Hi guys, this is Coach Mario. Actually, another question from one of my students actually is Steve. Steve is asking me, in choosing a martial arts instructor, how important is his lineage. Okay, there are different martial arts, they are there for different purposes. Okay, I said many times before, there is always something to learn from everything. Sometimes you learn what to do, sometimes you learn what not to do from it. If the martial arts you want to learn is a very traditional one, and it comes, and that is what you want to learn, because maybe one day you wanted to teach it, or just because of a cultural interest you have in it, then yes, the lineage is very important, because the lineage gives you a sort of a guarantee that that tradition is maintained clean and unchanged. If you want to learn a martial arts that is more evolved, where you are looking for changes in the martial arts, because what drives you is not the fact that you want to keep alive some sort of cultural treasure, but you want to learn a martial art which is effective in combat and it teaches you how to fight first and foremost. I'm not saying other martial arts, traditional martial arts, don't teach you to fight, but that is not their main focus, in my opinion. The main focus is keeping the tradition alive, the ethos of the martial arts, the belief of the martial arts, the rule of the dojo, all those things. But if you want to learn instead how to beat up somebody effectively in self-defense, then lineage means absolutely nothing. The fact that a guy study under a guy that 150 or 200 years ago founded a certain style of things and never changed in 200 years or 150 years or 50 years, is not a guarantee that that style is very efficient, because those years they didn't have the knowledge, the scientific knowledge and the biomechanical knowledge that we have today, you know. And that's about it. In my opinion, if you're looking to keep a tradition alive, yes, lineage is very important. As long as the lineage is documented and it comes from a school that was one of those founding school of the martial arts you're interested into. If you want to learn something that is effective, combat ready, no, means nothing. It's just name dropping at that level, you know. I learned most of the most effective stuff that I know. I learned from street people, very nasty, bad people, but very unorthodox, but very effective. One last word of advice, especially in traditional systems. It's very easy to find a sort of almost religion or religious cult mentality. Be wary of that. If that is the case, I suggest, if questioning is not welcome, then there is no growth. And if there is no growth, you have nothing to learn from it. So I welcome questioning all the time. Not only that, but I to my students, I always wanted for them to study in other places and learn different things. As a matter of fact, most of my students have been around the block a lot. So they come after they try all the others and learn bits and pieces from them. Then they come to me, they fine tune, and they learn something new. And they learn how to disregard what is not useful, which is also a very important quality. If there is no questioning, if an environment of questioning and asking questions is not nurtured, there is no way there is going to be evolution in the system to start with, because us teachers, we learn continuously from our students. But be wary of the cult mentality and the personality cult. You know, the great grandmaster. You should always be free to ask questions, or always feel free to ask questions. That is something that is very important.
So styles tends to not only separate men, you know, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, you know, that you cannot change, you know. But if you do not have styles, if you just say, well, here I am, you know, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? Now, that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, you know. I mean, that way, it's a process of continuing growth.
I hope this answer your question, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.